What is going on, guys? My name is CruelGamingVids here, bringing you a little something different today. This is a podcast that we're going to be doing. This is going to be on two channels, actually. One of these is going to be my personal channel, and one of these is going to be my company's channel. If you guys don't know what my company is, it is Nightmare Gaming Inc. We produce video games, and we help you produce your own video games. So, with me, I have the founder and CEO of the company. If you would like to say hi.
Hey, what's up, guys?
And in this podcast type thing, we're going to be talking about the new next generation consoles that came out that were both released. Shut up. The PS4 and the Xbox One, also known as the Xbox 720. For those of you who don't know and are watching this, the Xbox One is the Xbox 720. It was released, and it is better than the PlayStation 4.
Not in my opinion, but we can debate on that later.
We'll first start with the Xbox One, since probably that's what you guys are watching this about, because the PlayStation 4 is old news.
Not for long. But continue, my friend.
I mean, I'm looking at the spec sheet here that I'll include in the description, but both the optical drives are the same. The game DVR and all that is the same.
They're both running on the Blu-ray, which the PlayStation 3 started, and now the next gen they're continuing with.
No, it doesn't make sense to me, because Sony owns Blu-ray, so Microsoft had to pay Sony to get their product into their Xbox.
But if you're Xbox, I think it's worth it, just because the Blu-ray, it doesn't scratch as easily, and you get much better definition with your games.
But there won't be Blu-ray games, I don't think.
The PS4 will definitely have Blu-ray encoded games.
I don't know. Both of them probably will, just because if one does, the other one would probably go and follow.
At least this generation, that is.
Now this doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
If you could see it, well, you guys don't. It's the sixth one down. It's at the second screen, and the PlayStation 4 is the Vita.
Well, see, on the PlayStation 3, certain games, especially in the towards the end of the console's life, which we're about done with now, it's going to go out with a trifecta of some pretty cool games, in my opinion. But they had this feature where you could, for instance, the best idea I can think of
is it like the Wii U?
Sort of. The best instance I can think of is PlayStation All-Stars. You could play with two PlayStation controllers, and say I don't have another PlayStation controller, but my friend has a Vita. He can use the Vita as a controller with my PlayStation.
So for the Xbox, it has something called the Smart Glass, and in the link that I'll include in the description, there's a little number 11 next to it, and you guys gotta click on that little number 11 right there, and it'll bring you to the thing, and you use your iPhone as a controller. So I could whip out my iPhone 5, right? Just be like, whoop whoop, and download the Smart Glass app, and I would be able to use it to move around on my Xbox dashboard. I don't know how that's going to work out with the new Windows 8 layout that they're using. Because
I want to point out something on that. As I was reading earlier on IGN, which, guys, if you don't know about IGN, it's a really good
International Gaming Network.
It's a really good place for getting any information on any games out there. It's really nice. But anyways, I was reading. It's not necessarily going to run on Windows 8.
No,
now,
it's
very likely it will. But at the moment, they have not stated that they're going to run on Windows 8. Is running on a
It's running on a simulation of Windows 8 that's using the Windows 8 tiles. It's still running on a completely different operating system. It will just use the user interface of Windows 8.
The nice thing for developers like us on that is that it means it's going to probably be very easily ported between a Windows platform and the 720.
And I believe
Xbox One, I
believe that there's no more computers being sold in stores that are Windows 7.
No, there are. It's just very hard to find. I mean, It's much easier. If you want Windows 7, you're gonna most likely have to buy it online.
I mean, I wiped my computer because it had some viruses on it, and probably my subscribers know that. But I installed Windows 8 on it, and that was an extra $118 out the window.
Alright, for you tech geeks out there, or whatever you want to call yourselves, the RAM. Both of them are going to have 8 gigabytes of RAM. The only difference is the PS4 will be run on the higher end DDR5.
But you got to remember, one gigabyte of that whole RAM is going towards what is it? Is it going towards the software?
It's going towards the OS, which will control the Facebook sharing, the videos, the really cool feature which I like.
Stuff that really doesn't affect your gameplay.
Yeah, but which is fine.
Yeah.
So that's still 7 gigabytes of GDDR5 for developers to work with.
Now, I have GDDR5 RAM in my computer. Since you know what my computer's like, and it's not that great.
But it's still going to be a leg up on the DDR3. The only thing that this might affect is the pricing for the two consoles. But as far as pricing, the PS4, if reports are correct, according to IGN, will be around like a $430 console, and the Xbox One is supposedly coming out with 2 versions when it first comes out. One version, it will be like a $420 something.
It is 1 times faster.
And the other version, it'll be a $210 version. Well, I guess you're all thinking, oh, that'll be great.
No,
the only problem is you have to pay $10 a month for Xbox Gold Live.
But the thing is, I don't know if that would have the Skype service, the cloud storage.
I think it's auto. I think what they're doing with this cloud service thing, which I've read a lot about, according to IGN,
it's really cool too. So
that
you have your
the cloud storage will.
Kyle.
I'm sorry, but the cloud storage might allow. Now, it does say here that
Dumbass alert.
that it's not backwards compatible, but this cloud storage might allow both systems to be able to use previous console generation games. Like you push it up to the cloud, and then you pull it up on your new generation and start playing it there.
So, another way you could do that if cloud storage doesn't allow that, have you heard of the Ouya?
Nope.
You've never heard of the Ouya? Look it up.
How do you spell that?
What?
How do you spell that?
Hold on, let me look it up. But it's the newest gaming console that's out. I think it's Ouya.
Alright, whatever, continue.
No, look it up. It's amazing. And it's the littlest square, and it runs on Android. You guys could probably look it up. I know some people that have it. You have to pre-order it though. And it looks it's a cool thing. I've used it a bit. And it has Kyle, it has the a touch screen like the PS4 will on its controller.
As a PlayStation fan, that's one thing I'm a little wary of, is that little touch screen.
But the thing is, to me, on the Xbox, what are those 2 mystery buttons?
Yes, in my opinion,
I think one's gonna be a start
they're
button.
gonna follow suit with the PlayStation and the sharing features.
Even if they do, that doesn't matter to me, but it might matter to other people that are like aspiring to be into YouTube. But like someone said today, the share features won't allow you to add commentary over to it.
It might. They're not completely sure how it's going to work. They do know that you're on the PS4 at least. You're going to get 15 minutes of gameplay that you can save, and they're thinking that there might be an editing software with that 1 gigabyte RAM.
Software isn't going to be good though.
It's not going to be great, but
unless
for all of you amateurs who are trying to put a game or two up onto YouTube, it'll be great for you who don't really want to go out and buy the expensive editing software and mics and all that good stuff.
Mics, I have that. Mixers, I have that. Headsets, yep, got those. YouTube money, throwing it in the air right now.
Making it rain.
But I actually just threw some money in the air. Gotta pick it up. But the Ouya, it has the same type of thing that the PS4 has. And the people at PlayStation, they said they originally got the idea from the Ouya. The Ouya has been in development for 3 to 5 years now. And it just got released. It's $99. That's the best part. It runs on Android, and they allow you to hack it.
Alright, let's move on to the next thing.
Wait, I'm not done.
Their voice commands, that's gonna continue over because that the Xbox,
that's more for people.
Some of you may not like, just depending on who you are. But the Xbox 720, or Xbox One, I should start calling it now, is going to require you to have the Kinect 2 in order to use the system. The good news, though, for you guys is that you won't need that online always online connection that was previously thought was going to be needed.
For both consoles, and then Sony said no, and then like a month later, or whenever, like today, Microsoft said no. So, I don't know, the always online connection, on IGN it says maybe, but it's a no. They announced that. I don't know why it's still that. Used games that are free, you could still get used games, but that's pretty cool. But, you know, you see some other things like...
There will also be, trophies are definitely going to be ported on the PS4, and achievements, which I believe is, if I'm correct, that's what they basically called the same thing on the Xbox.
But, sorry about that. You have your motion controls, with the Kinect 2, but I guarantee you could hear me.
I can hear you now. My bad. I accidentally turned my mic down.
Derp. You have your Kinect 2 and your DualShock 4 PlayStation Eye. So can the DualShock 4, the newest controller, motion control? Because is it the eye sensor thing?
Yes. This
is that what they're considering?
They basically took the PlayStation Eye, which I thought was a piece of crap, basically. It is. They've improved it a lot, made it much more like a Kinect, which I think is a good idea. But the cool thing about this is it's going to be installed straight into the PlayStation. And just to give you an example of the DualShock 4 and the PlayStation Eye working together in motion control, is I could be sitting there looking at my screen, right? And a friend of mine or someone calls me, and I turn away from the screen.
It will shut off.
It'll pause my game for me without me having to press anything.
Now,
it'll tell
hold
that
on one
my
second.
controller's not
Can you hear me?
the screen. Yeah, I can hear you.
So, before the PlayStation, you know, all these specs were released, which were released today, I believe.
About what?
The PlayStation 4 specs. They were released today.
PlayStation 4 specs? They released those when they released the controller. They just haven't shown the console, which officially, guys, for all you PlayStation fans out there, is officially going to be shown
at
June
E3.
10th at E3, their press conference.
Which I am attending.
Have fun with that.
Nah, I'm not going. I know some
I
people
believe
that are.
if I'm correct, it's 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Only 300 seats are in the theater, so you might want to. But, I mean, for those of you who are really scared and spend a lot of time into your games, and you really care about that gamer score, I know for gamer score for Xbox it will be ported over.
I think that's what they're talking about with this achievements thing. The PlayStation has its own version of that, and it's called trophies. Now, I did read something really cool. Sony, it's not necessarily true it's going to be on the PS4, but Sony did put a patent on a thing where it'll basically go into game code or something, and it'll insert its own trophies. I'm not necessarily sure how this works, but it'll basically...
So you're telling me Sony will technically invade a game to
its
put
own
games?
Its own games.
Okay.
Its own games. Like PS1 classics that you already download on the PlayStation Network.
I'll be right back. Just hold on for 1 second.
Alright. I'll keep talking. So, PlayStation Network, you already download these PS1 classics. Well, it seems they're going to be able to do is go into the code and add trophies for those games, even though they never had a trophy to begin with. Both systems are going to be using Bluetooth. The PS3 already did this. I'm not completely sure. Jeff. Alright, Jeff's out doing whatever he's doing. But I'm not completely sure if the Xbox 360 had a Bluetooth.
What?
Did the Xbox 360 have a Bluetooth connection?
Yeah, that's how they connected their, you see how it says Bluetooth?
Yes, I know.
That's how they connect their controllers.
Oh, so the 360 did have a Bluetooth.
Yeah, they both use 2.1.
Alright. I'm talking about the 360, not the Xbox One.
They both use 2.1. They haven't upgraded to Bluetooth.
Oh, alright. Both are going to be able to use HDMI.
And 4K support. But, to buy a 4K TV, it's like $500,000.
And apparently the PS4 will also have analog component and RCA, and they're both going to have optical output.
Which to me doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Those are so outdated. All you need is HDMI, analog, and 4K.
It's out there in case you need it. Now I don't know. I don't think.
I know you would I know you would use RCA if you have the Hauppauge HD PVR1. So if you guys have the Hauppauge HD PVR1, you would probably want to go with the PS4 and not the Xbox One because it does not have an RCA cable. But you could probably find an adapter somewhere because I know they sell HDMI to RCA.
Although maybe they might end up putting one in, but as of now, you're gonna need to buy a PS4 if you want to play.
No, because they revealed the console.
I don't know. They can always come out with another version.
So I want to talk about the controller.
Let's move on to the CPU before we move on to anything else.
Okay.
The CPU for the PS4 will be run by a single chip, x86 AMD Jaguar processor.
Yeah,
hold on. Now here's the
name. The name is completely deceiving. Okay,
why is
this
that?
processor is they have a desktop, laptop, whatever you want to call it, a computer version of it. And it is one of the lowest ranked processors you can get. I don't know if it's different for mobile. I don't know if they use mobile processors.
I think the PS4 went around this. Because what they're doing is they're doing some weird thing, which I can't remember exactly, but they're doing this weird thing where they're putting the CPU and GPU on like one card, so it doesn't usually you would have it on.
That's one thing I don't see on any of these lists is the GPU.
I know. I know what they're running on. It's running on the GPU is dang it. Well, I think it's also AMD, something like that.
Well, we'll find out what the Microsoft is running on, if it's running an AMD structure or an Intel structure.
At the moment, it only says an 8-core Microsoft custom CPU. So we don't know the exact abilities of this or what exactly this entails, but we can only assume at the moment. All it says is custom.
Excuse yourself for 1 second.
Excuse myself.
Just leave. Microsoft helps Intel build architecture for the computer. Microsoft, since they make the #1 operating system sold, because Apple's not even close.
Apple's operating system is crap.
Yeah, it is. It's terrible. So Microsoft, they're the most sold operating system. They could customize their own CPU. So I'm guessing, it's based off an Intel CPU, which tends to be better than AMD.
Yes. This is true. If it's going to be more towards a modern, like what Intel already uses,
if it's a computer,
definitely going to be. It's going to definitely be nearer to an i7.
Are you sure you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Because when I'm saying hold on, you're not holding on.
Exactly.
If these computers have a North Bridge and South Bridge layout, and like PCI ports and everything on them are laid out exactly like a computer, or at least somewhat like a computer.
It's probably going to be laid out a lot like a computer because both consoles.
The Xbox One would be better.
Probably both consoles have made a point of this generation to make it a lot like a computer, to make it very easy for people like us who build games to easily port it between different types of things.
Now, I want to talk about the controller.
All right, let's move on to that. Jeff will have a picture of that soon.
The PlayStation 4 controller, we've all seen. We don't have to go anything over that at all.
Well, right? There's some things that just looking at it, you might not necessarily know. Like I told you that if you turned away from the screen, it'll change.
I knew that though.
Oh well, not everybody knows that, Jeff.
I just threw something at my mic. I believe that both of them have increased stick functions.
Yeah, both of them are much sensitive. And I do like that
I want to know. Hold on 1 second.
All right, go ahead.
On the new Xbox controller.
Yes. Let me get it up.
Yeah. Go on, guys. Go on Google. Type in Xbox One.
I think Jeff will end up having a picture on there somewhere, but for now, we're just looking it up.
Xbox.
I looked in 720. I should look up Xbox One.
Xbox One controller.
Alright, I got a pretty good picture of everything.
You can see, like, the when you type in Xbox One, it literally comes up with the first Xbox.
There's a picture from 5 hours ago which has the controller, the station, and the Kinect 2 all shown together, and it looks rather nice.
I found it.
Wait a minute.
Now,
is this
I got
the
this.
mystery button they keep talking about? These two buttons right in the middle.
They look like one has a computer and a computer.
What?
The picture that I'm looking at that I'll put on the screen, it is a button on the left, towards the left analog stick. It has 2 screens and 2 screens, so to me that looks like a sharing function. Putting that out there. And on the other side it has some other button that will probably function as a
I think
start
they'll
button.
definitely put in a sharing function. Especially
Now I want to know up at the top where the Xbox logo is.
Yeah.
If that is a button or a touch sensor.
Are you looking at the right console? Because I'm not exactly sure what you're looking at.
I'm looking at I'm talking about the controller.
Hold on, let me send you the link to the one I'm looking at.
I'll send you a link to one I'm looking at. Because mine is a lot better. You scroll down and it's a picture of the big controller. Yeah, I'm not talking about that one at all. This one, the one that I was looking at, has a big picture.
Okay, I see what you're talking about. I thought
like this guy who took these pictures, like you could see like smudge marks.
Oh,
on
that's
it, so
definitely
people have touched it.
All right, I don't know if you're gonna put this up here, but on the back, there's a picture of just the back. That is no doubt in my mind a share button right there.
Oh yeah.
That is no doubt in my mind.
On the back?
Okay. Just because of those
on
markings.
the front of the controller?
No, on the back.
What picture down is it? Tell me what picture down.
It's the last picture.
Oh no, that is to sync your controller with the Xbox.
Oh, see, I've never really owned an Xbox, so I'm not.
So if you
sure.
scroll up one picture,
all right, then never mind. The one on the far left then is a share button in my opinion.
That definitely looks like a share button, and the one after that it has just 3 lines, so I'm guessing that's gonna be a start button. Just putting that out.
Yeah,
there.
because it doesn't look like this Xbox controller. You can click on the Xbox sign.
on this photo, the one that we're looking
at. All right,
at.
I'm looking at.
It's the second one from the bottom.
Yeah, I got it.
Look at the buttons.
Yeah, they're much more
They're 3-dimensional.
Like I see what you mean. The letters literally look like 3 dimensions.
Yeah, they are.
You know what they kind of remind me of? Have you ever had those marbles where they almost look like there's flowers inside?
Yeah, it's like
that's kind of what it looks like.
Yeah. Now, if you could look at the grip on the Xbox controller, that looks kind of cool.
There isn't. Where are we looking?
The sticks.
Oh, the sticks. Yeah. The PS4.
So
I don't know. I was reading a comment. I'm not completely sure. I haven't seen it personally, but apparently there's like gripping on the actual like I don't know what to call it. The little sticks that come out, I guess.
Analog sticks.
No, not the analog sticks. The thing that you put your palms around.
Oh, okay. Shafts. Yeah.
Yeah, the shaft thing. There's actual grip on that.
When you look at the front of the controller, it appears it has like a carbon fiber. Not carbon fiber, but like a matte black with like
a matte. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And on the back, it's technically the same. So I know that might give you a little bit of texture.
And it does look like there's this like, if you look at the last picture,
yep.
All around where the control,
it's shiny,
kind of like aluminum.
It won't be aluminum. I know
it's gonna be like that shiny plastic. Like that stuff they make the fake swords out of.
When you think about the design of the controller, it is a lot more economic.
Economic. No, it's economic.
There is no battery pack.
Yes, there is.
It is charged because there is a USB port on the top.
And while we're on charging, for all you PlayStation fans,
the PlayStation doesn't have to be on.
It does not have to be on, which is a great thing. That was a big mistake with the PS3. You had to have your frickin' PlayStation on in order to charge it. Now, forget it. Just plug it in and do whatever you need to do.
The whole thing about you having the second processor is not legit either. There's no second processor in the PS4.
I didn't ever hear about that. I heard there was going to be a small amount of like the highest amount, like most expensive RAM you could possibly buy on the
No. People were saying there was going to be a second processor for background processes, like charging your controller. But there is not.
No.
It would make the console
I think
what,
that's
like
I think that's in with that 1 gigabyte RAM. That's gonna run all the sharing features.
Ooh, they have a picture of the ports on the back of the Xbox. Okay.
Where are we looking?
So the same website I sent you.
Yes.
Scroll all the way down.
All the way down.
And it says we take a first look at the Xbox One.
Just send me a link.
Okay.
Because I'm not getting those. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe.
I got it. Paste. There we go. You can see the ports on the back, and it appears we have a Ethernet cable.
Yes, and now
satellite cable, some cable I don't know, two USB 3.0 ports, an HDMI in and HDMI out. So it appears this is an inline console. Optical port and the power plug.
I think another thing, I think both consoles. I may be a little biased to Sony. I know I am, but
oh, he definitely is.
I see a lot of things. I see a lot of things that Xbox is taking hint from Sony, as like in the Blu-ray, and I've heard that there's a lot of.
Just listen.
I heard a lot of the Xbox is meant to be an entertainment, not just gaming. I can hear you. I'm just ignoring you.
Just listen. If you did not have a Blu-ray port in a console, it would not sell.
Well, nowadays, but I'm talking about last time around.
Yeah, because Microsoft wouldn't spend it. What console was considered better? What console is used in the MLG? The Xbox, not the PS3.
Which console sold more?
Yeah, because they actually don't stock the Xbox in freaking Asia.
And plus, the PS3 screwed itself to start. So you know, it's a lot of things. We could do a lot of debating on which one was better.
No, there's no doubt the Xbox will always be the better.
The controller and the. All right, here I can.
It comes down to this: the online experience.
I'm not an online gamer.
Which one? Yeah, most people are.
Most people are, and that's why. The Xbox is much better if that's all you want to do. You want to be that hardcore Call of Duty gamer. The Xbox is way better for you.
Now, it definitely is, because you pay for your service and you don't use some free service where Sony sells your email for money. But, what do they do? No, I'm not kidding, they do.
They probably do. But so does Google.
Google does not, because then they'll be giving them their own email. So
Google goes through your emails.
Yeah, they go through your emails. That doesn't mean they take your email and sell it for money. Now, I want to bring up the subject because this is a Call of Duty channel. The Call of Duty Ghost trailer. Kyle, just be quiet for this whole part.
All right. I'll turn off my mic.
Yeah. There's
actually wait a minute. I'm staying. I know what to talk about.
There's absolutely no gameplay footage in it at all. It's all slow motion cutscenes. And there are dogs in it, and I wanna be the dog.
Wait till you get to E3, though. Wait till you get to E3.
Be quiet. I wanna be in the dog. I wanna have 4 legs and pounce on someone and bite them, okay? Imagine if they made Call of Duty from a dog's point of view. Do you know how awesome that would be? It would be so cool. Like, I don't even know if you could hear me.
I turned off my mic for a second. I can hear you. Yeah. Playing as a dog, if that's what you're saying, would be freaking amazing.
But it won't be like that, because then a dog can't shoot a gun, unless you're Robo-Dog.
Yeah. Hold on.
If you watch the trailer...
I'll be right back.
If you watch the trailer, the whole thing is, like, based around, like, this dog. I don't know why. This dog is in every single clip. I don't know. I mean, they are undercover ghosts, as they say. And, I mean, I could see why you would put dogs and ghosts together as, like, because, you know, dogs are very powerful in the art of war. But,
dogs are freaking amazing.
Yeah, I mean, they're German Shepherds, it appears, and, I mean, I have a German Shepherd, and, you know, freaking amazing. I love my dog. And they're crazy. I mean, German Shepherds are the #1 police dog, the #1 dog for home defense, and they use it in the army. For those of you who know, who are American and really care about America, they, in SEAL Team 6, when we raided Osama bin Laden's compound, there was a dog with them. And then the dog died a month later in the plane.
You just got a message and that's not from me.
Don't say this in the recording, but is your monitor LED or LCD? Both.
He says both.
I have 2 monitors.
Yes, 2 monitors. Alright, back to the actual important stuff.
I had to read it out loud just because it says don't say this in the recording. Now back, used games, they're probably both going to allow used games.
Actually, no. That is, let's talk about that real quick. That Xbox has officially said used games are out of the question. You're going to, if you want.
I freaking hate used games.
No, there are people out there that like used games, and they're gonna get penalized now. If they ever want to if I go and buy.
Get it correct.
Penalized. It doesn't matter. Penalized.
Now,
right, I'll say
I have my Battlefield 3. Hold on, excuse me. Oh god, my phone's stuck to it.
You're gonna have to pay a price in order to play that game if you buy it secondhand.
I have my Battlefield 3 copy right here, which none of you can see, and I'm holding up like there's a camera in front of me. I open it up. There's a double disc layer, and right inside it says, activate your online pass. So you cannot buy Battlefield 3.
Wait a minute, is Battlefield 3
it's
and
an EA
from
game.
EA?
Yeah.
They've gotten rid of that.
I know, they're not gonna have it in Battlefield
last
4.
week they got, 2 weeks ago they got rid of, they came out and said we're done
EA
with
is
that.
a terrible company.
As long as they keep making good Assassin's Creed games, I'm fine with them.
Dude, you know what freaking happened with SimCity?
Oh yes, SimCity was awful.
So they give you an online pass, and if you don't have an online pass, you can't play online. So technically the game is useless because, you know...
No, the problem with SimCity was the always online.
Yeah, hackers found a way to have it offline. Is there an offline mode now?
Not yet. They haven't. That's coming soon. It's got to.
Now, when I'm looking at this web connection.
Yeah. I'm got this.
For PS4, it says in Ethernet or IEEE.
Yes. I think that makes it so it's like the Xbox is gonna need Wi-Fi, straight up. I think that means that the, PS4 can connect straight into a router. That's what I think. I'm not completely sure. Don't quote me on that. 1 sec, Jeff.
I'm looking this up right now. High-speed communications. It's FireWire. So you could use FireWire with it, but the cables for FireWire are crazy. So I don't know if they don't include freaking Wi-Fi, and you have to use IEEE. Then
there is Wi-Fi. Don't worry.
There has to be.
It's even if it doesn't say it's there, it's there.
Yeah, because no one's gonna buy like a $300 IEEE cable to go from their room all the way to the router.
Sure, forget it. That's not happening.
I mean, we have one going from our Mac downstairs that's right next to a wire. It's 6 feet, and that was like 100. I'm not kidding. Motion control. Connect 2. No comment. Connect isn't really something I was big into.
The only cool features I do like on the Kinect is the fact that, is the voice stuff. I think that can be utilized really well.
Now, is the DualShock 4 / PlayStation Eye gonna be kind of like that? Because I know the
PlayStation Eye is gonna basically be Sony's Kinect.
Yeah, but the Kinect will always be better.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that.
If you're looking at the spreadsheet,
we haven't seen
the
PlayStation Eye or what it can completely do.
Hold on. If you're looking at the spreadsheet, the first link in the description, you'll see that Xbox has a lot more sections of the spreadsheet filled out. And I don't know. I mean, it seems like the Xbox or Microsoft just kind of gave out more information at the reveal.
I think that was purposely done by Sony, though. I think that was purposely.
I think it was perfectly done by Xbox.
Perfectly done? Maybe.
No. I'm saying it is because the PlayStation 4, they didn't even show the actual
They did that
gaming.
on purpose. That's a marketing thing.
Oh, I know. And then the Xbox is getting so much hype for being like, they actually showed it. Hey, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
You still on the chart?
Chart? No. Let me get it up. Hold on. Send me the link real quick, because I don't feel like going to look for it.
I'll send you the link to the thing I want you to watch.
I ain't watching anything.
Or look at.
Alright.
This will be included in the new Xbox, quite possibly.
What are we thinking?
You might have to watch it.
During the Samsung keynote, Microsoft unveiled a Luma Room.
A Luma Room. A Luma Room is, it technically you have a projector behind your TV, and it expands your whole wall into the TV.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, just watch the video. Just mute your mic and watch it.
I ain't watching it.
No, dude, it's really cool. They show like a Call of Duty type game.
I'll watch it later.
The whole TV, the whole wall turns into your TV.
I'll watch it later.
It's so sick.
Alright, can you send me the chart now?
You just go to, you see how there's a little sidebar on the side?
I'll just find it in my history.
Just go to hardware specs and it's right there.
Got it.
The console, right? Is that how you pronounce it?
Console, yes.
Console?
Yes.
The one that they presented at, the thing today didn't have any hardware in it. It makes sense, though.
Yeah. The storage on the PS4 also hasn't been determined. I think it has. Don't quote me on that.
I think it might have a terabyte.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
But they're both gonna have cloud storage, so it's technically unlimited storage.
That depends on how they utilize the cloud. It's not necessarily cloud storage.
Now, you've never used an Xbox Online, correct?
I have. I don't like...
Recently, within the last year, they added cloud.
Okay.
And, you know how, like, some games ask you, like, where do you want to save the game to and whatever?
Yeah, the PS4 will do that. Yeah, you can save it into the cloud.
Yeah, you just click cloud, and apparently for the whole Xbox One thing, every game is, like, you know, connected to Xbox.
Yeah, I read something about basically once you put the game in...
It's automatically uploaded to the cloud.
It's basically on the console. You don't really need a disc anymore. Kind of like a PC game. Once you put the disc in, you really don't need the disc anymore.
Discs are so outdated. Like, I guarantee no one's going to be going... GameStop's going to go out of business. I'm not kidding.
Probably.
Literally by the time, I don't know, I'm going to give it 2 years after the new next gen comes out, I'm going to say GameStop's out of business because everything's bought online.
We haven't completely seen everything, but I'm with you that GameStop's on its way for being out the door.
Oh no, there's no doubt it is.
Now, I know that I've heard about the Xbox because it's using Microsoft, it's going to I was talking about the cross-compatibility thing earlier, where I think I heard somewhere that they could be possibly making it so you can move your Xbox 360 using that Windows 8 platform.
Now, the thing is to me,
they're thinking about
to me, if you have a Windows 8 computer just like me, right? Mm-hmm. I have my Windows Live ID plugged in and everything.
Yeah.
My Xbox has my Windows Live ID plugged in and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know if I play GTA 5 on my computer.
Can you play it on your Xbox?
Yeah.
That's a very good question.
If like my achievements and whatever go to my Xbox.
Achievement-wise, I think that's a very strong possibility.
I don't know about the game-wise, because then they're losing $60.
Yeah. Game-wise, I don't think it'll happen. Achievement-wise...
If they do that, though, it would be a way to technically pirate games.
Yes.
But unless you buy it direct from...
But they're putting things in there like you have to buy
special things. Like, you go to the Microsoft website, you go to store, and find the game. Let's say Watch Dogs, because I'm holding my lanyard right now that says Watch Dogs on it.
Watch Dogs is going to be amazing.
And there's a $6 version that you could download straight to your computer, or there's an $80 version that you could download to your computer and then port over to your... Not port, but cloud it over to the Xbox.
The PS4 is going to utilize for its cloud that they could possibly do the same thing as the Xbox might do with the Windows 8 platform. It bought Roku for a large amount of money.
What is Roku?
It's basically a cloud service.
Weird. I know Microsoft just has huge supercomputers. Like
live streaming to be determined on both of them.
Just like rocking in the basement of Microsoft headquarters.
Both of them live streaming is to be determined. I think it'll end up being on there.
Oh yeah, but I wouldn't even need that. You know, I got
voice commands. I believe are supposed. Both of them are supposed to have it. It says here that it's not there yet, but I'm pretty sure both have it. I'm pretty sure Skype's not going to be on the PS4.
No, it won't. Because Microsoft owns Skype.
Yeah. But then again, Blu-ray is in the Xbox, so maybe they may have cut a deal or something. You give us Skype, we give you Blu-ray.
I don't know. They might do something like that.
Hey. I think Sony loses out in that deal, though.
Okay. I'm looking up some stuff here. How much storage space does YouTube have?
Well, since you're all that partnership stuff, you're all good.
Infinite.
Because
when you think about it, it's like, oh dang, we're missing like, no, like they fill up one teraflop. They're like, dang it, we need another teraflop. Let's go buy another $1 million hard drive.
No, they have to do. It's a lot of coding that you make it.
It compresses it.
It takes a lot of code in order to do something like YouTube and Facebook and Twitter all have to run and keep all that data.
No, Google literally, when you go on and you search like how much space does Google have, it says when they're within 5 teraflops of losing space, they get a whole nother 5.
Alright, well, Jeff, thanks for having me on here.
Okay, man.
I'm gonna have to leave. Guys, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Nightmare Gaming for no G there, and on Facebook too.
Follow me at Twitter at CruelGamingVids, and make sure you subscribe to my channel at CruelGamingVids, YouTube.com YouTube.com/CruelGamingVids.
We also have a YouTube page. Well, of course, because this is going to end up on
YouTube.com/Nightmare Gaming LLC. We're gonna have video game tutorials there and other things like that. So once again, guys, CruelGamingVids here, signing off. I will see you guys later. If you guys could please click that subscribe button in your top right-hand corner of this video, I will greatly appreciate that, and my company will appreciate it too. If you guys have any questions about the company, please email Nightmare Gaming.
Or just tweet us.
No, Nightmare Gaming Inc. at gmail.com, or you guys could PM my YouTube, and I'll help you guys out with stuff like that. So once again, guys,
we'll do some question and answer sessions one of these days. So make sure to follow us on Twitter in order to get a first scoop on that and whatnot. So thanks, guys. I'm signing off now.
So once again, guys, CruelGamingVids here, signing off. I will see you guys later. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast type thing. I'm going to try to do one every single week with some new guests. So once again, guys, CruelGamingVids here, signing off. I will see you guys later, and I have YouTube money.